What's up, guys? It's Turtle from Carolina Vapor Mill. Another new tank this week. New atomizer, new rebuildable thing. Wanted to show you this. It's also from Wismec, just like the last video I did. See, this is the Wismec by Jabo Theorem atomizer. I'm going to take you through this whole thing and show you the unboxing, show you everything it comes with. Don't need to rebuild it because it's already built, but I will show you how that works and fill it up and vape it. Let's get right into it. All right, so here we are with the Theorem RTA. Designed by Jabo, inspired by Suck My Mod from Wismec. It's got a little authenticity code on the bottom of it there. Pop the cap off here. So, what you're going to get with this guy is you're going to get the tank. Teal O-rings in there. It does come pre-built with a notch coil. I'll talk more about that here in a little bit. And wicked. You're going to get an extra glass sleeve. You're going to get a metal sleeve that also has glass on the inside of it. You're going to get an extra notch coil that also comes pre-wicked. You're going to get an instruction manual from Wismec for the Theorem atomizer. You're going to get a parts kit. It's going to come with a different airflow plate for the top, some O-rings, an Allen wrench, some extra screws, O-rings for the fill cap that's inside the tank, and I believe that is it. So that's all that comes with the Theorem tank. All right, let's look at some more of the tank. I'm going to move these pieces out of the way. Put this tank up here on my Vapor Flask Mini so I can show you what's going on here. Move that camera a little bit. There we go. Perfect. You can see Jabo on the inside there. Now, if you're familiar with the indestructible RDA, the airflow on this is going to adjust very similarly to the way the indestructible adjusts. You have this top piece that threads on, and then you have a plate in there that, as you can see from the underside of it, will open and close the airflow. Once you get it where you like it, you simply hold it, tighten the top back down, and you're in business. Okay, so that opens and closes the airflow from the top there. This piece here is interesting. This is just a piece of, I believe, Delrin. But what it is it serves two purposes. It is the plug for the hole that goes down into the bottom on this side right there. That's where you fill your juice into the bottom part of the atomizer. It also, on the inside of it, has airflow that comes through that. When you adjust this top airflow, whatever you do that's showing on this side is also adjusting the same way on this side. But that airflow comes through the bottom of this piece of Delrin. Okay? So, as you can see, when I put this in the tank, that little plug is going to be in place. It's going to seal off the bottom part of the atomizer. Now our juice is going to stay in place. Okay. If you wanted to get to the build on it, all you got to do is pull this glass sleeve off. And there's the build that's on there. Again, it's the notch coil. If you're unfamiliar with the notch coil, what the notch coil is basically a cylinder that has these notches that are etched into it. Instead of being wire, traditional, Kanthal or nichrome or anything like that, it's just a tube, basically. And it's got the positive and negative leads attached to it there. So you can see on this side what the build deck looks like. So you do have more options for using this RTA. If you have a different build idea you want to put into it, you don't have to use the notch coils. But it is set up right now pretty perfectly for the notch coil. One thing that I've noticed about it, and I haven't vaped it yet, but I will say that with my experience with any top fill or top coil atomizers like this is a lot of cotton. A lot of cotton. You really only need cotton to touch the bottom of the deck here. So everything that's hanging past the deck is just kind of excess and just kind of filling space down there on the bottom. So I'm going to clip these back about 1/4 of an inch. Get rid of that. And then you can see here that there's little grooves that you want to tuck your cotton into. Okay. So we're just going to tuck that cotton right into those grooves. Just like that. Now, let me go over to the juice cabinet and see what we got today. Today is Tiger's Blood. Tiger's Blood Day from V-Shine. So, I'm going to go ahead and get this cool. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to put this back on. That way, I don't have juice running all over the place. It's all nice and contained. I can get it saturated first. That seems to be in a good position. I may have cut just a little bit too much cotton off, but it'll work itself out. And now I'm just going to saturate all the cotton. Again, I've yet to use these notch coils until now, so I'm pretty excited about this. I'm going to start low. I don't know really what the optimal run is going to be on these notch coils. Let's see if it says on the box. It does not say on the package what the coils are rated to. So we'll find out. Let's experiment. How about it? And now I'm just putting the syringe down in that fill hole, filling up the base. If you're counting, that's 3 syringes of juice I put in here, 3 half syringes, but including the one that I put on the cotton. Cool thing is oh no, I went too high. Like, it's not going to go anywhere. The O-rings at the bottom are holding everything in place. The worst it can do, is bubble up in there a little bit. I may get a little spit back on that first hit, but shouldn't be too bad. Go ahead and put the cap back in place. There we are. And there is our theorem tank, all filled up and ready to go. So, I'm going to go ahead and switch back to the top view and let's take some vapes. What's up? I wanted to add one more thing about the theorem tank. The upside down test. The way I've got it wicked right now, no leaks. Nothing's leaking out. I don't know if I sat here and shook it for a while or what. Nothing. All right, we got the theorem tank here, all filled up. It's ohming out at, I don't know if you can see that or not, but about 0.24. So I've got it set at 50 watts. Let's see how she does. I don't taste any cotton. I don't taste any like break-in or anything like that. I took it right out of the package. I didn't clean it. No machine oil taste. None of that going on. Probably should have cleaned it, but I'm impatient. I don't like to do that. $50 watts is good. Let's see what 60 watts does. 60 watts is going to put us right around 3.7 volts. Same as what a mech would put out. Still getting good flavor. No burnt, no dry. Plenty of airflow. I would say airflow. Push that cap down on there. I'm about to lose some juice. Airflow is very similar to the indestructible RDA if you have the sides closed down a little bit. So you got top airflow in the indestructible, you got the sides. Very similar airflow. I like the fill, the black piece of Delrin that's in the back there. That having that side airflow coming in the bottom. I feel like if it didn't have that, you would really, the bottom side of that coil would be heating up too much. But it's working great. And again, just to show you, when I'm ready to fill up, pop that off, squirt it down in the hole, put it back on, I'm done. That's it. You know what? Just for giggles, let's go to 70 watts. 70 watts is about 4 volts. Still nothing dry. It's wicking perfectly. I don't know how it would have done with all that extra cotton in the bottom. It would have held less juice by a little bit. It probably would have been a little more difficult to fill up. But I don't know how it would have wicked. It's wicking perfectly right now. I mean, no dry hits, no loss of flavor. You can see in there the cotton's still fully saturated. Back off a little bit. There you go. Nothing dry. 70 watts. Again, it's about 0.24. I like the clear glass, being able to see that coil heating up. It tastes amazing. The juice capacity, you know, I've yet to see, obviously, because I just took it out. But it looks like about 2.5 mils, maybe. Let's see if the web says anything about that. It does not. But it looks to be about 2 mils of juice that you can hold in there. So, again, it's the Theorem Tank from Wismec, designed by Jabo, inspired by Suck My Mod. Come check them out.